These waves of Cuban migrants arriving at the border. ABC 7 is learning more about the process they follow to stay and work in the U.S.
Over the last week, at least 100 Cubans arrived at the Houghton Community Center seeking food and shelter. 88 more are expected sometime today. These groups face a different set of circumstances than migrants from other countries. ABC 7's Josie Ortegon has been following this all week. She has our complete coverage.
Yes, Rick Acela, because of our historical relationship with Cuba, migrants get specialized treatment that no other country gets. The development of the Cuban Adjustment Act in 1965 allowed for migrants who step foot on U.S. soil to essentially enter a fast track to U.S. residency and a monthly stipend. Now that the relations between the two countries are warming up, Cubans are afraid those benefits will be done away with, prompting a spike at the border. Cuban migrants are only required to stay in the U.S. for a year before they can apply for residency. And once they do, their applications are lumped with other applications at an immigration court. But migrants from any other country don't get a monthly stipend and have two options: enter the U.S. as refugees or seek asylum. Their cases are heard by an immigration judge, and if approved, they're granted asylee status, and only then can they apply for lawful status.
And here in El Paso, our immigration courts are very backlogged just because we have such a high volume and so few judges. So here in El Paso, if you're not detained and you're applying for asylum in front of the immigration court, your case can very easily last 3 to 4 years, maybe even longer than that, just because of the backlog.
Once the Cuban migrants arrive, they're processed by Customs and Border Protection, screened, then released. They have 30 days to apply for their monthly stipend, and they must physically go to the Diocesan Migrant and Refugee Services to apply. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks before their application is processed and they receive a check. Rick, back to you.
All right. The very latest from Josie Ortegon. Thank you very much.